2024. It is the new year, and so to kick off the new year, I have decided to deal with this. I know that my yarn stash is not like wild by any means in terms of like how much there is in it. However, there is probably still more than I need, and it is like, you can't, I mean, maybe you can tell, but you can't really tell. It's like chaotic in there. There is all different kinds of yarn in all different kinds of spots. There is, when I started this, I originally was like going to do it by color. You can tell that that didn't last long. And now there's just absolutely, like, now the sorting system is I shove it where it fits, which is like not ideal. So today I am going to go through my yarn stash, hopefully find some semblance of organization in here, and hopefully find maybe yarn that I forgot that I had, and also figure out what I'm going to do with it throughout the year. So I'm going to take you with me, and we are going to organize our yarn stashes on this, the first day of 2024. So this is the shelving that we're dealing with. And then this also has bags of old whips and a bunch of yarn in it. So we'll deal with that too, hopefully. Over here, this chaos corner, there's bags of mill ends. This basket has some in it. This basket has some in it. And then up here, we also have some yarn. So let's see what we can do. My aim with this is just to get the same kind of yarn in the same vague spot, so I better know what I actually have to work with, and hopefully I can come up with some ways of using it as I'm organizing it. So let's see how we go. This is going to be a cockatoo at one point. I think that was like one house ago and maybe 3 years ago. So we're part way through. There is yarn all over my floor. There is some vague method to the madness, so let's look at it. So these are all the real scrappy scraps. This went rogue. These are all my plush yarns over in this side here, and in that basket. This little row in the middle is some real everything. There's like half and half, stuff like that. Mixed bag over here. And then moving down here, this stuff is all my like cotton or cotton acrylic blend. Some more cotton up there. I have a bunch of this Fibra Natura Eden yarn, which I'm pretty sure is no longer sold, or I can't find it anywhere. But I had some for a cardigan that I made in these like yellow, green, grey, pink, which I've run out of colours. But then a friend gave me this blue, orange, and kind of taupe color of it. So I need to figure out what to do with that. And then here is just a whole bunch of acrylic. We have also not yet tackled the cupboard. So that's next. I think the top layer of my cupboard I'm just gonna leave because it's all yarn that is like only there. It's like Lion brand, thick and quick. There's none of that anywhere else in my stash, so it can just stay up the top. But the second shelf is like a whole bunch of plush yarn and mill ends that I've got over time that I need to figure out. Skein of black plush yarn is as big as my head, and it is covered in other fluff. Ah! I am like sweating. So everything up here now is just like, that's the Lion brand thick and quick over in that corner. There's a couple of ones I got from Korea when I was in Seoul, and there's some Spot Saver from Spotlight. So that's the only ones of those things that I have. So I'm just gonna leave them up there because I think that is the path of least resistance. Okay, it's all on the floor. I've backed myself into a corner. I can't I can't get out. My plan of attack is the ones that I know I only have certain amounts of, like the Fibre Natura Eden and some of my half and half 4 seasons. I'm gonna put those in now into my small blocks and see how much space it takes up. I can probably do the same with my plush yarn, which I don't know if I can get it in this. This section is all like Hobie Honey Bunny or Parfait Premier Chunky or Hobie Baby Snuggle. So I'm gonna put all those together. I'm gonna put my Unreal Chenille from Source of Fibre all together. And I think the thing I'm most worried about is just all of the unlabeled question mark bits and pieces that I have. A lot of it is in acrylic that I don't even think I really like the colors of, so we might be doing a bit of an unhaul here as well. Yes, let's see how we go. I also just found this, like, why didn't I ever put wings on it? It's like most of a bee. It's stuffed, it has eyes on it. It never got wings. I don't know. I think it was like my first year of making Amis. Probably my first like 2 months of making Amis. And it's now been like 2 years, so. I've just realized I didn't go through this basket of stuff. And I think what's in it is probably some of my oldest yarn, so I'm just gonna pop it on top of the pile here and we'll go through it. So. Idea what to make with that. I only have 50 grams of it and it's probably super old, so I'm not going to be able to find the same dye lot. Anyway, I don't know where I got this. It's 100% wool. I don't know if I can turn this around. I have a lot of them in a basket in front of me, which I've just realized. I also have a bunch of stuff in, but I think it's mostly this. So I just found this, which is a Juniper Moon Farm Moonshine Baby Alpaca Wool and Silk Blend. And Karen got me this many Christmases ago, along with a beautiful red one, and I made him a beanie out of it. And my intention was always to knit myself a beanie that like matched in this color. So maybe that'll go on the 2024 project list if I can find, maybe I'll have to find a new beanie pattern because I don't know what I made. Okay, so like I said, I don't know where this came from, but this is how much of that wool that I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skeins that are 50 grams each. So what do I do with 350 grams of 100% wool, size 5 knitting needles? Project ideas? Oh God. I am about at the point of this exercise where I regret doing it. I have so much still on the floor and I don't know what I'm doing. We're not quite finished, but I'm giving you an update. These two are plush yarn. This one is my thicker yarns. Here is some acrylics that I plan on using pretty soon to make a couple of shirts and wearables. This is my half and half and wool. I know this one's cotton, but at least it has a label on it, so I will remember. And then I still have all this cotton to figure out, plus a bit of extra plush. And this, I've got to be honest with you, I've just been sat here for like 20 minutes scrolling TikTok. I am not finished. Okay, so I'm most of the way done. I just am going to wind some yarn to fill in a couple of the little gaps that I've got in here. Put that away and then I'll be done. I am unhauling like a lot of yarn. are done. The light has definitely changed because that took hours. It is full. I know where to find things now, which is very exciting. The basket down here is full of all my cottons, all my plush is in the same spot. I have all my, can't see, but all of my leftover excess plush is in here. I'm very happy. It was worth the sweat. Thank you for being here with me. Part 2 of this is going to be chatting through what patterns I might make and what I want to use the yarn for. I have a whole bunch of cotton. I have that wool that I found that I need to do something with. So if you have ideas for how I can use my stash, please let me know in the comments below. I think 2024 is also going to be a year where I try and pick knitting back up. I did start knitting before I ever started crocheting a long time ago, but I also have not done any knitting probably since I don't even know. So this is the year I'm gonna get back into it. Maybe I can knit the wool instead of crocheting it. But otherwise, thank you for hanging out. It's a pleasure as always. I hope you have a wonderful start to 2024 and I hope to see you around YouTube as well. So I'll catch you later. Bye!